Stacked is launching an online store where you'll be able to find a curated collection of both home and decor brands. Visit stackedhomes.com/store and join our mailing list for exclusive updates.
Hey guys, Ruben Daniel here. Welcome back to another episode of Insider Tour, where we tour interesting homes around Singapore. So we're currently in Pasir Ris and we're checking out a 3-bedder today at the 472-unit development known as Seastrand. Now this development was designed to mimic a resort and beachfront living experience for homeowners here, and many of the units actually have pool-facing views. So I'm really excited to find out what living here really feels like, and with that, let's get this show on the road. Alright, so some quick specs on the unit. We've got 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1 dry and 1 wet kitchen, and in total it comes in at 1,109 square feet. Now the homeowners are a couple in their late 30s, and this is actually their second home, so they put a lot of lessons and design ideas from their very first home into this unit. So they purchased this unit for $1.22 million earlier in January this year, and in total have spent $80,000 on renovation. So with that, let's begin at the entryway. So immediately coming into the unit to my right, you see quite a massive shoe cabinet, and the reason for this is because the homeowners really love their shoes, so it makes sense to have more storage space. Now underneath that, you actually have a little alcove right there, which brings in automated curve lighting. So if you come in the evenings, you naturally get a little bit of light in this space. Now the final thing is that this wood laminate and design texture that you see right here was something the homeowners brought from their previous homes because they just liked it so very much. So right at the end of this entryway, we've got the dry kitchen right here. This used to be an inbuilt dining table, but the owners have since switched it up to include a peninsula. So we've got enough space for rattan bar stools, and right here we have under the counter storage areas, which always comes in handy. Behind me, you see how the laminate actually flows from the entryway in here, nicely framing this 4-door fridge, as well as an inbuilt oven. So separating me and the wet kitchen right now is this gridded glass sliding door. Come on in to the wet kitchen. Now, one thing you'll notice about this wet kitchen is that it's completely compartmentalized by reeded glass. In their very first unit, the owners decided to go with clear glass, but soon after they realized there were issues with fingerprints, oil stains showing up. So for their second unit, they decided to go with this reeded glass for their very point. Now, heading into the kitchen, you notice that it's an L-shaped layout, and the countertop is finished in the same sintered stone as we saw in the peninsula earlier on. Right here we've got a 5-burner gas hob, which really shows how much the owners love cooking, and right under that countertop we have a washer right here. Now coming in deeper into the kitchen, we've got a bomb shelter which is currently used as storage space, and finally, in a very nicely concealed fashion, we've got the rubbish chute. Heading into the living area, we have a nice 3-seater L-shaped sofa paired with a lovely coffee table. On the left, we've got a 65-inch wall-mounted TV. Now, this place could easily fit a couple other items, but I like how they've kept it clean and simple, allowing more space to maneuver around. So transitioning to the dining area, behind the sofa, we've got a 4-seater dining set. We could fit again a 6-seater right here. And right above, we've got a lovely pendant lighting which helps to anchor this dining space. So stepping out onto the balcony, this spans both the living and dining areas, and it's here that you can fully open the glass windows to create a nice indoor/outdoor environment. Here you find some zip tracks which really can be altered depending on weather conditions to suit this place, and the homeowners have customized this area into a nice resting space with tons of greenery and a nice hammock that actually overlooks the main swimming pool of this condominium. Now it's also here that you notice the unit that's closest is actually quite a distance away, so it provides quite a bit of privacy to this particular unit. Let's now head into the first common bedroom. So coming in, you notice that the flooring is in timber parquet, which really helps to soften this space. Now it's currently being used as a multi-purpose guest room, but I can easily see a queen-size bed fitting in here. Right here, we've got full-length glass windows as well, which allows a ton of natural light coming into this room. So right opposite this common bedroom is the common bath. Now this particular common bath is certainly very sizable as compared to many of the other condo units we've been to in the past. Now the flooring is in wood tiles, and that again matches the overall woody theme of this home. We've got a feature wall right here in Kit Kat tiles, and behind me we've got quite a sizable window allowing for natural light coming in as well as ventilation in this bath. Overall, it does feel very tastefully designed, and with that, let's head into the second common bedroom. So heading into the second common bedroom, you notice that this is a little bit smaller than the first common bedroom we saw earlier. This is right next to the common bath, and one of the homeowners actually works from home full-time. So this has been converted into a study area. That's also here that you get the full-length windows, and you can kind of just catch a glimpse of the other swimming pool on that end of the condo. Finally, into the master bedroom. So coming in, you immediately notice a mini L-shaped walk-in wardrobe. Again, this is finished in the same wooden laminate that we've been seeing throughout the unit. Now we've got quite a bit of space here, enough to fit a king-size bed and bedside furnishings, as well as a console/dresser at the foot of the bed. So heading into the master bath, we notice that it's separated by this pair of very beautiful French doors. Immediately you notice that this design is very different from the common bath we saw earlier. It certainly feels a lot more intimate. And one thing that's interesting is that we have a sunken shower area right here, complete with a rain shower, as well as another sizable window behind for natural light and ventilation into this bath. Let's head back into the living room for one final look at this space. So overall, at 1,109 square feet, this 3-bedroom unit certainly features a good balance of both indoor space and quite a bit of generous outdoor area. In my opinion, I really enjoy the woody tones that gives this home a very nice, warm, cozy feeling. And so with that, allow me to share a little bit more about this development on a whole. So located within District 18 at 11 Pasir Ris Link, Seastrand is a 99-year leasehold development that was completed in 2014 and was jointly developed by both Far East Organisation and Frasers. Seastrand was designed by Ong & Ong, the same architects behind other reputable residential developments such as the Atelier, the Scots Tower and Spottiswoode Suites. Right here we see frames made from concrete and aluminium trellises, which are a prominent feature of the final design, giving the facade the appearance of totemic tower blocks. Now there are a total of 472 units spread across 10 blocks that offers a mix of 1 to 4 bedroom unit types. Facilities-wise, Seastrand offers everything that one would come to expect from a full facility condo. Now the facilities are spread across the ground level as well as on the 3rd floor, where you'll find the rooftop of the multi-story car park that wraps around this entire project. Overall, we have 6 swimming pools, including a 50-meter long resort pool, barbecue pavilions, tennis courts, gymnasium and more. Now with regards to shopping and eating establishments, we've got Market Square at Downtown East, that's a 11-minute walk away, as well as a private bar service which is available for residents shuttling to and from White Sands and Pasir Ris MRT. Alternatively, if one wishes to commute on public transport, these places are only 2 bus stops down. We've also got recreational areas such as Pasir Ris Park and Pasir Ris Beach, which are only 8 to 10 minutes walk away from here. And finally, for those who drive, the nearest expressway is TPE, which connects you to the PIE and KPE. And so with that, we'd like to thank the lovely homeowners for allowing us to tour their beautiful unit. Now, as always, if you want to find out more about Seastrand as a development, you can check that in the description box below. If you enjoyed this video, do consider liking, subscribing, turning on that notification bell. And with that, we officially wrap up the tour. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.